So, you want to become a millionaire in your 20s. Who doesn't? Well, today I'm going to show you 5 steps, and when implemented correctly, it will elevate you as a person and get you to that next stage that you need to be at to accomplish your goals. Think about it this way. Would you rather get rich in your 20s or get rich in your 60s? Of course, everyone's going to say 20s. What's the point of getting rich in your 60s or 70s and not being able to enjoy it while you're young? When you follow these simple steps that I'm about to give you, it's going to make your life so much more better, and you will accomplish so much more and understand money so much more in a very short amount of time. This brings us to our first lesson. Do not be afraid, especially when starting out, to explore all the different ways to make money. Now, there are thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of ways that you can make money, especially with the digital age that we're in, but only sticking to a few that work for you, that you can fully take time to understand, will be so much better for you. You also want to choose the ones that aren't going to be very difficult. There are more than enough ways that it still won't be easy, but it will be 10 times easier than choosing all the hard ways to make money. Now, if you can pick a couple different ways, become ungodly, insanely good at them, you will succeed and make your first million in no time. Because after you master a couple of these skills, mastering a couple of these skills is exactly what you need to do, because not a single millionaire or billionaire relies on a single source of income. So now that you learned your first lesson, the second lesson that I'm about to show you guys is very, very important. So pay attention. That second lesson is, do not let your personal problems turn into business problems. When you are starting out, you are going to have a lot of problems. You're going to have a lot of problems scaling and elevating your business choice. And when people have those issues, especially starting out, they turn those business issues into personal issues and vice versa. People are going to make excuses like, oh, I don't know my business model well, or oh, this niche is too saturated and it doesn't work. And truthfully, those are not your personal issues, those are your business issues. So do not mix the two together. So see, the problem starting out is really not business and personal, it's a mindset issue. And I had the same problem when I started at 21 years old getting into real estate. I had that victim mentality that I didn't know my business well enough. I was too young to help people buy or sell and make the biggest purchase of their life. One day when I decided to finally wake up and take accountability for my mindset and actions, that is when I started making over 10K a month. I'm telling you guys, mindset is everything when it comes to business. And if you don't have the right one, you are going to collapse, fail, and sink to rock bottom. Now, lesson number 3 is also a very important lesson that you guys should really pay attention to, and that is to invest wisely. Now, I'm not here to give you guys investment advice, obviously, because I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to tell you what has worked for me over the years and maybe a little bit of tips. So listen, when I started investing at a very young age, it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. So if you haven't started investing, I would suggest you do. And if you don't know how to invest, I would suggest contacting maybe some financial advisor or somebody you know that has already been investing for years and knows what they're doing. Now, there are some important things that I follow. And again, I'm not giving you guys advice. I'm telling you the tips that worked for me and what I did. If you are not making a lot of money at the time, I would suggest not putting money into the market. Keep that money in the bank and save it. Because investing is all about risk to reward. And investing a few $1,000s to make a couple $100 is not worth the time and effort. Another reason why, if you're not making a lot of money and I say don't invest that $3,000, is because you guys don't know how to make that money back yet. You don't have the knowledge to make it back with yet. And that is okay, because that is what I'm here for. Instead, the alternative for me, and maybe even for you, is to take that $3,000, instead of putting it into the market, and invest it into knowledge for your business. Even if it's just a fraction of that $3,000, investing that little will pay off in the long run, better than making a couple $100. Much greater return in investment. Not only are you investing in your current self and knowledge, you are investing in your future self and future business, and that will thank you. Now, this next lesson might be a touchy subject and might be a little tough for some people to hear, but I had to hear it, and now you have to hear it. That is, you need to simply let go of the things that you need to let go of that are holding you back. This goes for me, my family, my friends, you, your family, and your friends. If you're starting a company, a business, or you want to succeed in life, if there's people that are holding you back, you need to get rid of them. It might be hard, but in the long run, it will be so much more worth it. For most people, it's social media and death scrolling through Instagram Reels and TikTok videos. For others, it is bad friends or influences, and for everybody, it is a bad diet. A bad diet will destroy your mental and physical health, and a lot of people overlook that part about the process of starting a business and becoming successful with it. Going to the gym, eating healthy, doing something productive, that is all a positive mindset, and that will help you succeed throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year. It's a sense of accomplishment. Think about it this way. What would your life look like if you actually got rid of all the bad habits and influences in your life? How much more money would you be making? How much better would you look? How much better would you feel? How stronger would you be? How sharpened would your mind be? That little sacrifice that you have to make will be worth it in the long run, and your future self will thank you 1,000,000 times over. Now, this last lesson might not seem very important, but it is probably the most important lesson that you need to follow, and that is make a promise to yourself, to a family member, to a friend, someone that you love so deeply that if you let them go, it will destroy you. Would it not be the greatest feeling in the world to retire your parents, buy them their dream house, buy them their dream car, pay off your family's debt, whatever it may be? Make a promise to that one person. See, this is what gives promises a meaning. And when you make that promise to that person, it promises that you will achieve everything that you set out to do, no matter the obstacles that you come across. Now that we are through all 5 lessons, sit down and rewatch it, take notes, analyze this video. With a little work and a little passion and a little discipline, you can be successful in no time.